Hello, everyone, whoever is watching us. I'm talking with my very good friend, Neel Kulkarni, who is a very dear friend and a teacher colleague of mine. And he is halfway around the world. I'm deeply grateful for everything he has done in my life. And I know he feels similarly. I have with me today a C flute. This is a Western keyed flute, and I would like to play an improvisation. I dedicate this playing to all of my students, to all of Neel and his students, to his groups. So now I will play my piece.
Oh, that's great. So, originally I was going to sing Yoga Sutras,
Really good.
but when I heard this piece, I think I will sing one prayer in my language,
Wonderful.
which is about repeating the God's name.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
in Patanjali, there is one topic called Ishvara Pranidhan,
Yes.
and that deals with repeating God's name. So in Patanjali, the God's name is Om. So this one is talking about repeating God's name. So I will sing about repeating the God's name, a prayer, which will match this music. So he can improvise the same. And at the end, I will write one article about Ishvara Pranidhan. So I will try to sing now.
I will be silent.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Naam sada bolave, gave bhave janasi sangave. Hachi nirop gurunza, nama parate sat नित्य न मानावे नामात रंगुनिया व्यवहारी भोग सर्व सेवावे हाची निरोप गुरूंचा भोगा संगे कुठे न गुंतावे आनंदात असावे अळस भय द्वेष दूर त्यागावे हाची निरोप गुरूंचा अनुसंधाना कधी न चुकवावे गोड सदा बोलावे नम्रपणे सर्व लोक प्रिय व्हावे हाची निरोप गुरूंचा भक्तीने रघुपतीस आळवावे स्वांतर शुद्ध असावे कपटाचरणा स्वयं वश व्हावे हाची निरोप गुरूंचा मन कोणाचे कधी न दुखवावे. Now I will let Prem to improvise further. माझा राम सखा मी रामाचा दास नित्य बोलावे हाची निरोप गुरूंचा रामापाशी अनन्य वागावे यज्ञ कसून करीन मी यश दे रामा न दे तुझी सत्ता हाची निरोप गुरूंचा मानावा राम सर्वदा करता आचार संयमाने युक्त असा नीती धर्म पाळावा हाची निरोप गुरूंचा खेळा ऐसा प्रपंच मानावा दाता राम सुखाचा संसारा मान तू प्रभू सेवा हाची निरोप गुरूंचा संतोषी सर्वदा मनी ठेवा स्वार्थ खरा साधारे नित्य नाम गायनी तुम्ही जागा हाची निरोप गुरूंचा मी पण जाळून या जगी वागा अभिमान शत्रु मोठा सर्वांना जाचतो सुखाशेने हाची निरोप गुरूंचा मारावा तो समूळ नामाने राज्याधिकार येवो किंवा जावो समस्त धनमान हाची निरोप गुरूंचा भंगावे ना कदा समाधान प्रेमात राम रमतो प्रेमाला ना मोल जगा माझी हाची निरोप गुरूंचा गुरुरायाला तहान प्रेमाची गुरुरायाला तहान प्रेमाची गुरुरायाला तहान प्रेमाची. So you can improvise further. Your name comes at the end.
Thank you. And this will be my improvisation in response to your prayer, which is very beautiful.
Okay, now I'll sing a small piece from the Yoga Sutras, which relates to the Ishvara Pranidhan, which is the surrender or devotion to the Ishvara, which is roughly translated as God. So this is a important piece from Patanjali about surrender or devotion to God or total surrender to God. And tomorrow morning, I will write one very, very important article about Ishvara Pranidhan. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Patanjalaye Namaha. Ivra samvegana masannaha mrudu madhyadhi matratvat ततोऽपि विशेषः ईश्वर प्रणिधानाद्वा क्लेश कर्म विपाकाशयैरपरामृष्ट पुरुष विशेष ईश्वरः तत्र निरतिशयम् सार्वज्ञ बीजम् स एष पूर्वेषामपि गुरु कालेनानवच्छेदात् तस्य वाचकः प्रणवः तच्चपस्तदर्थभावनम् ततः प्रत्यक्चेतनाधिगमो प्यन्तराया भावश्च व्याधिस्त्यान संशय प्रमादालस्य विरति भ्रांति दर्शनालब्ध भूमिकत्वा नवस्थितत्वानि चित्त विक्षेपास्तेन्तरायाः ओम शांति शांति शांति. So you can play now. So we will conclude this session with the prayer to Patanjali. And what I want to tell you is that Patanjali is a very mysterious figure in the Indian philosophy. And sometimes it is even called mischievous figure, because Patanjali, first thing is that nothing is known about Patanjali or his background. And none of the scriptures give any historical or biographical sketch of Patanjali, like Lord Krishna or Vyasa or Jesus Christ or Muhammad. Some biographical sketch is available. In case of Patanjali, such a sketch is not available. And also Patanjali has a interesting figure of snake head and human body, etc., or etc. So therefore, it is very difficult to know what kind of personality it was. And on the other hand, Patanjali, he is extremely good at Sanskrit grammar, and he has made the culmination of Indian philosophy into sutra form, which are very difficult to understand unless you are a Sanskrit scholar. because each of the word has a specific meaning, and those meanings are not depicted in the most of the translations in the world. So therefore, all the translations differ from each other because the original meaning is hidden in the Sanskrit grammar. And in order to understand the Patanjali Sutras, one has to study the Vyasa Bhashya, which is written in the 5th century, which is the first commentary on Patanjali. That Vyasa Bhashya itself is in a very difficult Sanskrit. So Patanjali has grammatically bound the yoga philosophy into sutra form, and at times he has done it in a very mischievous way. So it is very difficult to decipher it. That's the reason I wrote a book called Patanjali Code, based on the Da Vinci Code. So the Patanjali is a very interesting figure, and people are trying to find out what he wanted to say for thousands of years. But anyway, I want to sing the prayer to him and conclude this session. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Patanjalaye Namaha. Yogena Chittasya Vadena Vacham Malam Sharirasya Chavaidhyakena Yopakarottam Pravaram Munina Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shankha Chakra Sidharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Pranamami Patanjalim Pranamami Patanjalim. Om Shantish Shantish Shanti. So you can play to this prayer. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
So I will go to sleep now, and
Very
tomorrow
good.
morning I will write an article on Ishvara Pranidhana.
Wonderful. I'm going to pause the recording for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So Neil, your chanting and your prayers were wonderful. This was the first time that I have ever had my name recorded in prayers, and I could hear that, and I felt it through me, and it was a wonderful experience from halfway around the world. Here we are meeting. So my friends, those of you who are going to appreciate this after I end the recording, thank you so much. Neel and I have recorded and collaborated before, and with his great permission, I have recorded this again. And so I wish you all well. Neel, my good friend, you can sign off, and then I will stop the recording.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.